All right, Cam. Well, Henrico Police received a call today at 12:31. The 911 center received calls for a male with a weapon, and soon thereafter, we were learning as responding units were responding that we do have two victims, which have been shot. We're still working to learn the condition of both victims, but I can confirm that both have been transported to an area hospital. As you can see, the scene is very active behind me. We have we do have forensics, members of the command staff, and all throughout the police division working together as we secure the scene and ensure the safety of the residents along Parham Road, and also working with those drivers in the area. Uh, for the drivers and members of the community, the roadway is affected. Northbound Parham is closed between Three Chop and Lawndale Road. And additionally, those traveling from I-64 towards Three Chop, between Lawndale and Three Chop, the road is down to one lane. Now, our crews do continue to work. As you can see, it's a very active scene. We do have forensics and investigators on scene working together to determine what exactly occurred. Residents may also report that there's police activity in other parts of in the area of Three Chop, Michael, as well, because this scene did appear to rather expand. So we're really working to determine what exactly happened from the community. If you saw anything, heard anything, we're just asking that you give us a call at 804-501-5000 or submit a tip online on the P3 tip app. Both ways you can remain anonymous, but we would like to hear from you if you did hear something. So at this time, that's the information that I have. Additional information will be forthcoming as we get additional information. We're just asking for drivers to try to find an alternate route as our first responders continue to work here behind me.
Is there a suspect in custody?
At this time, we're still working to learn that information. We do have multiple units, in the area, but we're, as you can see, it's the early stages of the investigation, and we must work together to determine what exactly occurred here today.
You said that the scene...
That is correct.
Is this the only scene?
As I indicated before, residents may see police in other parts of the area. We do continue to comb the area and, see where that may take us based off of information that we're receiving.
Can you tell us anything about this van in the middle of the road? What that has to do with the situation?
Again, the vehicle is involved. We've received reports here today that residents as well as vehicles have been struck by gunfire. So as you can see, it's a rapidly evolving scene, and we're just working to get additional information, and we'd like to hear from residents that may have heard or seen anything transpire after 12:30 today.
As you said, you're still trying to figure out if there's a suspect. We've heard about like police in other areas. Is this something where people who live around here should be sheltering in their homes, or is there no considered risk at the public at this point?
Well, at this point, there are multiple units in the area, so we feel that we do have a good handle on the scene and that everyone's safety is ensured. However, we are asking for people to remain clear of this area while police continue to work, and we're asking for people to keep their doors locked, and if there was anything seen, to give us a call. Again, once I get additional information, I believe there will be another follow-up later this afternoon. Or if there's something breaking in which I can provide, I'll be able to provide that information earlier as well.
Have there been shots fired in other parts of the area that you're aware of?
Not that I'm aware of. Everything has been isolated here nearby the intersection of Three Chop and Parham. Again, between Three Chop and Michael, and in this general vicinity.
The victim shot, were they in a vehicle? Were they on the street? Were they in a residence?
Again, it's still early for me to tell, but I believe the vehicle was involved in some sort of way, but still working through those early events of what occurred.
Is there a lookout you have for anyone in terms of a specific vehicle or description of anyone?
Not at this time, but as soon as we get additional information, we'll be able to get that information out to our community as well as our media partners, and we do appreciate you sharing this information to our residents as we continue to evaluate this scene.
Do you have rough age, genders of the victims?
At this time, we don't. We do have officers responding to those area hospitals to work with closely with those victims. So once we get additional information, we'll be able to provide that at a later briefing here this evening. Now, we do anticipate that the Parham Road will remain closed through rush hour. So again, it is critical that we do work together and that we find an alternate route so that we can work closely with investigators to get the roadway clear.
You said at least 2 victims. Does it appear that there are any more victims that you've identified since you told us 2, or is there a chance that there may be more victims at this time?
At this time, since 12:30, police have obviously had a heavy presence here in the area, and we believe that only 2 victims at this time.
Thank
Is that
you.
the state police plane flying around earlier?
The aerial unit is part of a Metro Richmond group, so that's a collaborative effort between Richmond, Chesterfield, and Henrico counties.
Anything else that you want to add?
At this time, no, and as soon as I get additional information, I'll be here on scene. We'll be able to work together to get information out to our community and ensure everyone's safety. Thanks for being here.